PMAC Movies back in the movie room for a PMAC Movies haul, and it's been a while. Looked like my last haul video was early September. I think it was like December 7th or something. And we're in like late October now for another PMAC Movies. I just got too many other things to do, and you know, there seems to be minimal desire here from the PMAC fans that are still left. You know, there's not a whole lot drawing me to make videos here at this point. I don't really get anything for it. So I just don't make it. I got other things that are more important. But I got so this I might actually have to make this into 2 videos because there's so much. There was the Shout Factory sale, which I haven't gotten all my stuff yet, but there's been, since my last video, I've got like Kino stuff, Hamilton book, Target buy 2 get 1, Amazon matching Target buy 2 get 1. There's a lot of shit, and then there's just stuff that I haven't shown from a while ago. So we're just gonna kind of go all over the place because it's kind of scattered all over the place. That's kind of why I need to make this video. So that I can show these off and then they can go where they need to go, basically. But yeah, it's crazy. It's getting crazy in here. Again, I got all these shelves all around this room. And still, so I mean, I definitely have to get rid of stuff. It's another thing, but there's not going to be any like order for this. It's just going to kind of be all over the place with how things are here. So let's see, where does old PMAC want to start? I don't even know if like some of this stuff, I don't know if I showed it already. Let's get some Joe Masiello items out of the way. Joe is kind enough and generous enough to send me over movies once in a while. And one of them is The Life of Chuck, which was a really solid movie. I gave this 4 Slippies out of 5. I enjoyed that one. Good movie. I think, it probably something where you could wait for it to be around the $10 mark would be maybe a good idea for that one. And then he also sent me the Walmart exclusive Steelbook of Ballerina, which I like this one quite a bit. There's, I feel like more story to it than the last few John Wicks. It didn't, once it goes into all-out action, I just kind of, I have trouble sticking with it, but there was definitely enough story in this to keep old PMAC locked in, so to speak. I don't even know where to put this shit. I did get this. This is one of my rare new release things that I spent quite a bit of money on. It is the Superman limited edition Steelbook, which it looked kind of neat with like the colors and stuff when I ordered it, and it sold out pretty quick, although I think Amazon might have more now. So I think this isn't going to be as limited as they made it seem. They bring it back or whatever. I think I paid like $32 from this. I got it from Target during buy 2 get 1, and it sold out very quick. But they had the original price of it like 50 something bucks, so it still wasn't like that great. I think you could have gotten it a little cheaper on Groove. And like the actual Steelbook, when you pull it out of the plastic, it's just Superman is very, very tiny there. I guess it's okay, but not really. I think it looks, the colors are cool, but as far as the actual image on it, I thought it could have been better, personally. I do like, of course, these plastic outer sleeves to it. These plastic slip covers over the Steelbook are cool. But a rare new release mainstream movie. Man, it's been a while since I got some of this shit. So this must have been, maybe I already showed this one because it looks like it was an August tag on that. So it's Swingers on Blu-ray. And then I got Sandition on DVD. I think I did show those. So some of this stuff, these Hamilton book ones, it looks like those are ones that I did show before. I did, so we got a mix of Amazon and Target buy two get one. So this was an Amazon one, Captain America Brave New World. It was $20, and buy two get one. So I think like it ends up being about $13, which is pretty good for Disney stuff nowadays. And I did get the slipcover, which is in decent shape. So don't necessarily need the 4K for that, I would say. This is an Amazon one that they also have these regional coupons, which is another good thing to check. And I got this Racing to the Moon here. So these Fun City Editions ones, if the movie sounds good and it goes to a pretty reasonable price, I grabbed. So this ended up being like $10. And this does have, let's see, Nicolas Cage is in this. I don't know. Yeah, Nicolas Cage is in this. A young Nicolas Cage, Sean Penn, Elizabeth McGovern. So you definitely got some young star power in that. Be a good one. Then this was a $16 buy two get one, and I was kind of on the fence. I already have the Blu-ray, but I was like, it is a good movie, and I wouldn't mind watching it again because I've only seen it once, and it's been, years and years since I've seen it. It is Sylvester Stallone in Lockup, and with some of these Lionsgate ones, they still, even if they've been out for years, they still have these nice glossy slipcovers, which is pretty neat. Speaking of nice glossy slipcovers in Lionsgate, this one was 15 or 16 buy two get one from Target, and plus I had some of their rewards that I needed to use, some of their Target Circle rewards or something. It is Daybreakers. So if you take my rewards into account, I think this ended up being something like $3, but if you don't take that into account, it was like 10 or 11 bucks. And I've read that the Blu-ray of this, or the 4K of this, actually isn't that good. I really enjoy this movie, and I was surprised also that this one had a slipcover. So since I have this one, I'm not going to get that expensive steelbook on Lionsgate Limited. I did consider it, and quite honestly, if it dropped to something around like $20, if we get some sales here late in the year on Lionsgate Limited, it may be tempting because I do really like the movie, and the steelbook looks pretty sweet. But I will probably pass. It would have to get pretty affordable for me to jump at it. But PMAC has trouble saying no to a deal, which sometimes gets me in some trouble because I think something's a deal at this Shout Factory sale. I think something's a deal at $15, and then a couple months later, it's $4. So yeah, this one. Warner Archive is doing these collections, and Amazon will have these regional coupons on them too to make them very affordable. So I got this Gary Cooper one. I don't remember the exact price. I believe it was low 20s, and you get 4 movies, so it was like $5 or $6 a movie. I do already have the Hanging Tree, but the other 3 I did not have at all. So the Hanging Tree Blu-ray I will be selling at some point. This is a really good... I thought this was a really underrated movie. I had fun with this one. It is The Killer's Game here on Blu-ray. I know it got bad reviews and all that. I thought it was a really fun movie. I was really entertained by it. I tend to like Dave Bautista. And then you got some other people, Ben Kingsley. I thought the girl in this was good. She's been in some stuff. Sophia Boutella. I never necessarily liked her before, but I liked her in this one. Then we got Clean and Sober, which is, I believe this is actually a little bit cheaper right now than what I paid for it. I think I paid 10 something for this. And recently it went down to like $9.50 if it's still at that price. So that one you can get pretty affordably. This one, again, it's like I have trouble refusing a good deal. It is the Longlegs 4K Steelbook. So this dropped down to $16, and I decided to get it, even though, I mean, I did want the movie, didn't necessarily want to pay that much for it, would be fine with the regular Blu-ray. The movie was decent, but it wasn't anything great. Probably something I would want to rewatch. But, I really don't like, especially these Steelbooks, that only have one disc. Like this only has the 4K. Because if you get a regular case 4K only, you can get a 2-disc case, change out the artwork, and make it a combo pack. With these steelbooks, you can't make them a combo pack. So you're stuck with just that one disc in there. Where, you know, say Long Legs a few years down the line, the Blu-ray ends up $5 on Hamilton Book. I would like to get that and make it a combo pack, so I have both the 4K and the Blu-ray. But that isn't an option. Man, some of this stuff. Maybe I already might have showed this. Probably did. Little Stranger. I got this from Grove quite a while ago. I think it was like $6. We're getting to some stuff there though that I think I already showed. Then we got this Tenet Steelbook. So apparently the 4K Steelbook's the same thing. This is the Blu-ray Steelbook. And the Steelbook goes for quite a bit of money. However, mine does have a dent on the front of it. And I didn't realize that this was like a Mexican one. And I also have the Blu-ray with slipcover on the shelf. So I guess I got to determine what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of, because I don't need them both. I don't keep like multiple copies like that. But the Steelbook does have like an indentation in the right up here. It's got like an indentation, not like real bad, but it's definitely there. And this is a movie, like I tried to watch this movie at least once and I just couldn't get into it. But I'd like to watch it eventually. Okay, so we got that one. I read some good things about this. I'm not sure if I can show the cover on this. It is The Devil Madalena here. This was like $10 on Hamilton Book. Looked like a pretty decent 70s foreign movie, so I grabbed that one. Then we got another one of those Warner Archive collections. This is Elizabeth Taylor. I think actually this one went a little bit cheaper since I got it. Only by a few dollars though. I got this like low 20s, which I thought was pretty solid. I do already have Reflections in a Goldeneye, so again, I'd want to sell the individual, but I don't have any of the others on Blu-ray. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? That was probably the one I wanted the most. Father of the Bride, The Last Time I Saw Paris. So to be able to get these classic Blu-rays at affordable prices is appealing, and there's some other sets that I think will eventually drop in the PMAC wheelhouse to be able to snag at some point. This was another one that was affordable and had a coupon. It's got Matt Dillon and James Caan, Natasha McElhone I like too, Gerard Depardieu, and Stellan Skarsgård. Man, this has got an all-star cast. This is an MGM Blu-ray. I think you can get this quite affordably. I think it was around $5. City of Ghosts. I have never heard of this movie, but around that price with those actors and stuff, it just looked, it was too good to pass up. We got Dennis Quaid and Reagan, which dropped down to $7.50 with the digital code, so I got that one. And this is another one of the MGM ones, which was very affordable. I think this was maybe a couple bucks more than the other one that I just showed, though. It's Gene Hackman, Terry Garr, and Burgess Meredith in Full Moon in Blue Water. Again, a movie that I had never heard of. But you got a little Gene Hackman, and PMAC is interested. I already had the Crimes of the Future 4K. I was hoping the Blu-ray would come with a slipcover. It did not. So I'm going to put this in a combo pack with the 4K here eventually. Maybe I'll actually set that aside now to be able to do that. Some other Hamilton Book ones I got. I got The Practice, the final season. This is a great show. I'd like to get all the seasons of that. We got The Night, which I ended up getting the Blu-ray from Shout Factory. I can make that a combo pack. We got Postmortem, which I missed out from Scream Factory. Maybe the Blu-ray will be on Hamilton Book. Who knows? I got Dark Spell. Now, these DVDs, I think, were all like $2. We got a Asian one, 3 Seconds Before Explosion. This is actually a Kino, so that was like $2. And then Picket Fences was $2 or $3. And this is another one that I watched in the 90s when I was a youngster. And this was a really good show. So I'm not sure how many seasons there were or what's out, but it's a good one. Where to next, PMac? Let's see. So we're at 15 minutes. This is one I got quite a while ago. I don't know that I ever showed it, though. It is Picnic at Hanging Rock. The price just ended up too good. I think it was like $20 for the 4K. This is from 1975. It's 107 minutes. I think, when you got Criterion discs, you're definitely expecting scratches. I think this one was actually good. So you got the booklet, and then you got the 4K and the Blu-ray. So with the price and reading about the movie, it was too good of a deal to pass up. Then I got this, I believe, blaxploitation movie, Black Eye. Again, this was quite affordable. I don't remember the exact price. It might have been even cheaper recently on there. And then we got, this was I got some of this stuff from Shout/Scream Factory, a movie that I do like quite a bit. It is The Faculty here. I had to figure out how to get a slipcover, basically, and I did get a slipcover because my copy from Shout Factory was a piece of trash. It looked like crap. It looked like somebody wiped their butt. No, it was not good. And this looks like an actual new copy. I mean, I got a decent deal on it. It was like $21 or $22, but they send me like this piece of crap copy. Even though it is reduced at that price, I want like a decent copy. This was a Target buy two get one. It is three extremes. This just came out like this week, I think. So this has 2 movies. So this is actually a pretty decent bargain. Like, it has 2 long movies. And they are, I don't know. I look at the back. It says Korean, Thai, Cantonese, Mandarin, Japanese. So I'm thinking this is a Japanese movie from like the early 2000s. We do have like a little Salem's Lot. It looks like Arrow's putting out Salem's Lot, but we got 2 discs. This is a nice set, and you'll be able to get this for a good price. It's considered like the same as their 1-disc movies at the MSRP or whatever. It's in line with their standard releases, so there's value in that one for sure. I'm just all over the place because some of the stuff I grabbed from downstairs, like I was putting it down there because I might watch it soon. So we're all over the place. Movies Unlimited has, and I believe they still have it going, a Paramount sale where they have some Paramount stuff for like $8.74, plus there's a 15% off code if you spend $50. So basically $7.50 each. I got things like Flashdance 4K Blu-ray combo with slipcover. I have some others, but they're they're somewhere over here. Gothica. This was like $11 on Amazon, and it's just something I've wanted on Blu-ray for quite a while. Maybe I should have waited longer. This release isn't supposed to be that great, but I kind of wanted to watch this movie because I've seen parts of it, but I wanted to see the whole thing. Then we have a movie I had never heard of, and Arrow put this out, and David Hemmings is in it, who I like David Hemmings from Deep Red. It is Unmin Wittering and Zago. This was like $16.80. So I was like, what the heck's that? And it caught my interest, and I got it. It looks like it's like originally a Paramount movie that Arrow got the rights to. So that's kind of a cool one. And then this, I need to watch this movie, but this is a somewhat of a time investment. This is like a 3-hour movie. I believe it is French. It is The Count of Monte Cristo here. So this is another one where it was a decent price, and then it had like a 30% off thing. So it ended up, I don't know, it was like $10 to $12, and a movie that sounded really good. Like, I read really good things about it. So looking forward to watching that one. Now, this is a Blu-ray I've wanted it's been out for a few years, and I've wanted it. I did miss out on the booklet edition, but, it's not a huge deal. But it just never got really cheap, and it's not cheap now. It went down to $17. I don't know if I've ever seen it for even cheaper than that. It is Franco Nero and Keoma. Now, I do have the Mill Creek one, and I was like, that's part of why I never got this. but I decided to get it. Like I decided I wanted a good edition of it. I do really like Franco Nero, and I suspect the quality on that's going to be way better. Then we got from the Target Buy Two Get One. This is one I had on my list for a while to get because it was so affordable for what I've heard was a very good movie, and it's a Fun City Edition movie. I don't need the slipcover or anything. This was like 17 buy two get one, so it was like $12. That's a beer me when you're talking about a nice edition from a, you know, a boutique label like Fun City Editions. And you do get the booklet with it. Like, you don't get the slipcover, but you do have the booklet. Oh yeah, sexy body hair. And I do like Sam Elliott. So grab that one. I like these IFC Midnight movies. I like more than I dislike. Like, they tend to be some very good movies, better than mainstream horror. These are, I believe, a couple foreign ones. A lot of these tend to be foreign too. So we got Hatching and A Banquet. I saw both of these on they were both like previews on another IFC Midnight movie that I got that's somewhere in here. I bought the other one, and then I saw the previews for these. I was like, those look very interesting. And then I bought all these in the buy two get one. So I haven't watched those yet, but I have watched a couple of the other ones. Holy shit, that's quite a stack. So let's see what else is around here. So we're at 21 minutes. Maybe we'll go a few more minutes, and then I'll have to make another video. There was a Kino order, and some of the ones that I already watched are over here. So I got Curdled. This would be a movie that, you know, it's a nice edition and stuff. It's got a bunch of commentaries. It's got a slipcover. But the movie, I was like, that's it? It ended, and I'm like, that's it? It wasn't, you know, it's 88 minutes. So, I mean, it's an hour and a half movie. But I was like, I don't know. I just feel like not a ton happened. I guess it's kind of like maybe if you like some like quirky type of stuff going on. I don't know. It's from 1996, which again was part of why I wanted it, because I like 90s stuff. But if I had to redo it, I would not get this. This is probably one that I would actually put in the sales pile. Didn't care for it. This one I did like. We got Tommy Lee Jones and Michael O'Keefe and Nathan Hayes. Tommy Lee Jones movie that I had never heard of. But I saw it in the Kino sale for $10. Both of these were $9.99. And I beard. It's from 1983. It's 100 minutes. This one I would recommend getting at the sale price. Okay, so some of this stuff I don't think I showed. This stuff I've had for quite a while, but I don't know if I ever showed it. We got Snowtown, which is a IFC, another IFC Films one. This is from the Vinegar Syndrome sale, which is so long ago. I almost must have showed that. And then I got Keep an Eye Out in that sale. That was around 10. I think Snowtown was like 16 to 17. And then 2 lottery tickets, A Month in Thailand. This was around $10. And then I got Mr. Lucky, another Warner Archive. This is a Cary Grant one. Man, I forgot that I even got this. But it was pretty affordable. I can't remember how much, but it was like probably less than 10. And that one I already showed. And I probably did already show this Rumpelstiltskin Walmart exclusive. I was hoping to get one that had a better slipcover, but no luck at this point. So we got Rumpelstiltskin, somewhat hard to find. Some Walmarts have it, a lot of them don't. PMag movies. All right, so I got some piles over here. I don't know what I've shown. I know I haven't shown this. This is a Target buy two get one. It is The Innocents, which, geez, this was probably around $10, but it was another one of those that I needed to use my Target Circle rewards, and after Target Circle rewards, it was like $3. That goes the same with The Assessment. So I got The Assessment, I got The Innocents, and I got Daybreakers. I got all 3 of those, and with my Target Circle rewards that I had to use, it ended up being like $9 total. So that was a beer me. Obviously, since I beard. From Amazon, I got some cheap ones. I got things like the Three Amigos. I don't recall ever seeing this. It was probably like 8 or 9 and buy two get one, so like 5 something. I got The Right Stuff, which I've never seen either. It was around the same price. We got The First Omen. I think this was one that maybe I got with like Captain America. So this was probably around 12, 13 bucks. First Omen. Solid movie, not great. I have seen that one. Pretty decent. This one came up on the Amazon buy two get one, and I snagged it. It is He Knows You're Alone, Scream Factory. I'm not sure how much I paid for this. It was quite affordable, whatever it was. It was cheaper than it's ever been. And this one, I think I was actually going to complain to them about this one because it's got like a lot of off-gassing inside of it. But I didn't, and the case is beat up. It's just, but it is 65 with Adam Driver. This was like $10 and buy two get one, so it was like $7 or less. So I probably won't go. It's not even worth my time to complain about it. And then What We Become, which this was $10, and it actually briefly was on Shout Factory's website here during this sale for $4. It dropped down to $4. But, you know, you had to get like $75 for free shipping, and I just didn't, I wasn't able to put that together at the time. And it sold out quite quickly. So not that many people were able to get this at $4. But we'll see. Hamilton Book will probably be giving it away for free here soon. And yes, that's an exaggeration. Let's see. I think that's all we're going to do for this video. So there's definitely more stuff, but I don't want to make like an hour-long haul video. I want to break this up into a couple. So let me know your thoughts on anything that I showed off during this haul video. If you want to encourage me to make more videos, that might be, you know, if you like PMAC movies, that might be in your best interest. But yeah, look out for another one because there's still a lot of stuff in here that I have not shown yet. So leave me some feedback. Let me know what you've been snagging lately. Have you been participating in these deals? We also have like the end of year deals coming up here in November and December. So that'll be interesting. PMAC don't need to spend more money, but he will. We'll see you next time on PMAC Movies.